We have another young Indian with us today as part of the Voice of the Young segment. Hello, everyone. Today we have with us Neelarka Roy. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Neelarka.
Okay, so good evening, sir, and I would like to thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. So currently I am studying Master of Science in Quantitative Economics in Indian Statistical Institute in Kolkata. Before that, I had done my BSc Economics honors from University of Calcutta, and before that, at school level, I had science in classes 11 and 12, and I had secured the second position in my school from the science stream. In the future, I wish to do something related to my subject in the corporate sector, and so that is how I wish to go ahead in my life.
Okay. So let's proceed.
Yes. So I would like to share my education experience in the lockdown phase. So in 2020, I had given my ISC examination of class 12, and after that, lockdown happened. So during lockdown, and especially during that online classes phase, I got to know the poor condition of some of the government schools and colleges in India. So just like giving my example, our graduation was supposed to happen for 3 years, but then our course started in January 2021, and it ended in May 2023. So the graduation course, which was supposed to happen for 3 full years, happened only for less than 2.5 years.
Okay.
And so I feel that had that phase been better managed by the administration, students like us would not have to suffer, because I feel 6 months is a long time, and college life is a phase which shapes your forward path, your forward career. So that was a time when we lost out a bit. And secondly, there was a lot of difference in the way online classes happened in the so-called good colleges, and whatever happened in the colleges which are a bit far away from the city. So I feel that the professors and teachers of schools and colleges which weren't located in the city and were more on the rural side or the semi-urban side were not that sincere as far as online classes were concerned. So I do feel that during the COVID lockdown phase, there occurred a huge difference in the learning quality of students who were located in the city, and those students who were located in the rural and semi-urban areas. And I feel that India will take quite some time to bridge this damage caused, because as we know that a major part of the Indian youth actually lives in the rural and the semi-urban areas. So I feel that we need a lot of structural and administrative changes in the education system, So that is what I feel. And secondly, I would like to speak a bit about mental health issues that
Okay.
have been
But
rocking the youth.
but
Okay.
before you go there, how did
Hmm.
you find out for yourself that the students and the teaching in these other colleges and places was not
Hmm.
going well? Did you experience it or did you read about it? How do you know?
Yes, actually, I did experience it a bit, and I spoke to some of my companions and friends and relatives who were studying in different schools and colleges.
Yeah.
So, so what I feel is that yes, this difference had occurred. Some colleges had only 1 hour of online class a day during lockdown, whereas some colleges had 5 to 6 hours of online classes.
Yeah.
So that was a time when that difference had come. That
Okay.
is what I feel.
Okay. So you know it personally.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not something you've read about. Yeah, obviously, if you have only 1 hour a day, that is it's not serious. Okay.
Yes, yes, right.
It's not
And
serious.
yeah, and college life, the later years of school life, these are the years which actually shape our future life.
Yes.
So, so I feel that the government and authorities could have taken this part more sincere.
Okay. And when the lockdown ended, how was it for you?
Well, coming to lockdown, I did try to append my skills a bit. Like I learned some video editing and some other skills, but mostly it was spent watching Ramayana and Mahabharata.
Okay. No,
But
but when it ended and you had to go to actual classes, what people
yeah,
now call as offline classes, how was it? How
mhm.
did you find college then?
Well, I feel is that those 1 year and 1.5 years of staying at home that somehow reduce the social skills of many people, in including mine, I
Mhm.
would say, because such a long time when we could not interact with people outside outside our families, and so and then all of a sudden going and meeting and interacting with new people. So that was a tough thing to tackle for many people like me, but eventually, as I got to know them, I interacted with them, so things became all right. So yes, this I feel was an adverse impact of lockdown. But then again, in lockdown, I spent some very valuable moments with my family. So those are moments I would like to remember forever. So yes,
Okay.
it was a mix of both good and bad.
All right. So, but you could score well in your exams. I won't ask you your percentage, but I'll just ask you, did you score well?
Yeah, yeah. Like I had a CGPA of more than 8 in graduation, and
Yeah.
then after that, I got into the ISI for the masters in quantitative economics.
Yeah, that's tough to get into, right?
Yeah,
It's a very prestigious place. You can't get into it easily at all.
it is a mathematically rigorous thing as
Yeah,
compared to the normal economics
yeah,
courses of other colleges. And
yeah.
so, yes, I feel that I did not let lockdown affect my studies to that extent.
Okay.
That's why.
All right. So how are you finding it at ISI?
Well, the class hours are a bit hectic because as compared to Delhi School of Economics where you studied
Yeah.
and many other very
Well,
popular people.
let me say which I attended. Whether I studied, that's a different question. Some people would say, let's both you attended, but did you study? Who knows? Let's not get into that debate, okay? Because those days education was less serious than it is now. But anyway,
Yeah.
ISI was always rigorous, always a rigorous place.
Yes. Yes.
And it still is, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And secondly, like the class hours are long.
Yeah.
And secondly, today most of the people go to the ISI with that corporate and job mindset. So along with the studies, people have to sit for internships and then learn other skills which are needed in the corporate sector and all. So somehow it becomes like sometimes a bit overwhelming and tough to deal with. But then like we have to do it. There is no other way.
Okay. So are you are now in your first year, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So the job placement is still some time away. It's not yet now. It's just
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. But we have to learn coding and other skills and all. So those are some things which are not really there as part of the course, but
Yeah.
then those are things we have to do on our own.
Yeah.
So
Coding.
that is something we have to learn.
Can you give an example of that?
Well, we have to learn Python, data analysis using Python, and then we have to also learn about a bit of like investment banking and finance and all. Like ISI deals with things in a very mathematical manner,
Yes.
but then for surviving in a job, we need to know the theoretical basics
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So that is something we sometimes have to study. We have to study on our own. There are a lot of resources available on the net. So those are things we have and do.
Yeah. Okay. So when you say corporate, what kind of companies do come to? Most of the students apply to what kind of companies? I'm just curious.
Well, companies come to the campus, like companies like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Capital One, JP Morgan, and a few other investment banks. And also, these are the companies which mainly come. But in ISI Kolkata, somehow a disadvantage for us is that we have to compete directly with the MStat and the DemTech students.
Yeah.
That is something which does not happen in ISI Delhi because they are only the Master of Science in Quantitative Economics course is taught, and there are no other courses as such.
Yeah.
But here we have to actually go on the field with these people of MStat, and so there the job becomes a bit hard, I would say.
Okay. All right. So what are your future thoughts?
Well, my future thoughts are that I I somehow have this ambition of doing an MBA even after this from a top high IIM, because I feel that MBA gives a lot of practical knowledge about a wide range of subjects.
Okay.
Like within 2 years, we learn a bit about marketing, about human resource management, and also it gives knowledge about a wide range of areas. So
Okay.
that is something I would like to experience. And after that, I would like to work for a decade or so in the corporate sector, use my money wisely in a diligent manner, and within a decade or so, I would like to attain a financial independence in the sense that I would not have to be dependent on a job or a company for sustaining my lifestyle.
Okay.
And after that is attained, I would like to work only for the passion of that work.
Okay.
Like I would not like to work for money.
Okay.
That is money.
Okay. So, but what would you do for not money? Or would you just relax?
No, like I I at some point of time would like to start something of my own. I do not know what,
Yeah.
but I would like to try that. And secondly, after a point of time, I should be at liberty to decide how I would like to allocate my time.
Yeah.
Whether I would like to spend the time with my family or at a job or for my career. So that is something I wish to determine on my own terms after a certain point of time.
Okay. It's a very
So
good, yeah, it's a very impressive goal to have. Most of us don't succeed. Most of us, what you are saying is that you want good work-life balance.
yes,
You want good
absolutely.
work-life balance, and most people don't have good work-life balance.
Yes,
There's too much
true.
focus on work and not enough on life.
Absolutely.
So it's very
Absolutely.
tough to get. But yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a great plan to have. And
Yes.
uh, are you doing any internships now to make some money at this time, or it's pure academics at this time?
Well, ISI gives us a stipend of 8,000 rupees a month.
Yeah.
So that's that is there. And currently I am focused only on academics, but I would like to do internships after the first semester gets over. And I would like to get some hands-on work experience still. So
Okay.
that is what I feel. But currently, I am focused only on academics.
Okay. Good. You have to get good marks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marks is important. Yeah.
Marks are important. You can't just be there, but you have to get the good marks, right? Okay.
Right.
But you are
Right.
not interested in academia or non-profit work. You want to
Well,
have,
actually, I feel that PhD is something which requires a lot of effort, determination, one-pointed focus, and all. So I do not see myself as that interested in that, because I feel that whatever I will do, I wish to give my 101% effort in that.
okay.
So currently, I do not see myself that interested in academia
All right.
that I will be venturing. I will be venturing in that field.
All right.
So here I would like to point out one thing, that the condition of researchers in India is not very good actually.
Yeah.
Like somehow their stipends have not gone up with the rate, prices of things have gone up. Like it was the same 30,000 even 5 years back. So researchers in India, I feel, are not facing a very good time.
Yeah.
Like the amount of time and effort that they are giving into all of this, they are not getting the adequate monetary returns for that.
All right.
So I would like to urge the government and the authorities to look into the future of the researchers of India as well.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. Anything else you want to add at this point?
Yeah. As adding to the point of research only, like we saw a few days ago the Chandrayaan 3 mission that happened, the moon
Yeah.
mission. So that was undertaken by scientists who were not from very top colleges and all. Like they studied in normal colleges. After that, they worked hard, and with their lot of dedication, they made that possible.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering how good it would have been had the top students of India, like the ones who study in the top colleges and all, and then the ones who go to the other countries and settle there for a better lifestyle. If those people are somehow made to contribute to our country's success stories, that would be a fantastic thing. So, so I would like to urge the government to take steps to ensure that citizens of India no longer have to leave the country in search of a better lifestyle. Like somehow the monetary compensation for the educated people, researchers, that has to be given. And secondly, I would suggest relaxation of the taxation laws, because that is what causes the really well educated Indians to leave the country for a better lifestyle. So I would like to urge the government to take steps to see that these people remain in our country and take a major role in India's success story in the decades to come.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. That's a good thought. I just like to add that, in the old days, I'm now talking about the 1960s, 1950s, and 60s. All these things were done by the top people. Homi Bhabha, Vikram Sarabhai, they were
Yeah.
India's stars. Okay.
Yes.
So they could set up something which continues to work even till today, even though it does not get, as you say, the top students. But the system they set up, right? Because they sacrificed their lives for it.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
made it work. They
Yes,
were not
yes.
paid that much at that time. Of course, there were not many other opportunities, but they
Yeah.
could have also gone somewhere. But they
Yeah.
actually spent their life making it happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And so they have set in process a system, even, like you are saying ISI. Now, it was set up, by the top people of India, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was set up, right? So Delhi school was set up by the top people.
Yes.
ISI these things didn't exist in British days.
Yeah.
People
True.
who say that, look, what happened, nothing happened. Well, ISRO was set up, ISI was set up, Delhi
Yeah.
school was set up, and so many things were set up. And ISRO, of course, is a prime example, but ISI is an equal example. The
Yes. Yes.
dedication of the professors who set it up, Mahalanobis. He was a top man. He could do
Yes.
anything, but he
Yes.
set it up, right?
Yes.
Even today, it is benefiting people,
Yes, obviously, sir.
right? So ISRO also like that, they were very dedicated people
Yes.
and they worked very hard.
Yes, sir.
So
Obviously,
even
sir.
if you don't get the top people, still it works.
Yes.
So it's actually their brilliance and their dedication, and it's like that metro man in Delhi. What's his name? From Kerala, he's some 80 years old, who was the first
Yes.
guy to run,
Yes,
to
sir.
supervise the construction of that metro in Delhi. He has
Yes.
set up a system by which all our metros are running well. Now, Kolkata, of course, had its metro in 84, but leaving out Kolkata, Delhi was the first showmanship kind of metro, right? And Sridharan, that's his name, Sridharan, he set it
Yeah.
up. He took
Yes.
no nonsense. He took no nonsense.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
See, I know I was in Jaipur when there were decision was to be made about the certain parts of the Jaipur metro.
Achha.
And there were some disputes, where should it be located, here or there. So you couldn't get anything done without Sridharan's approval, right?
Achha.
He's the final sign off on the money from central government. Okay. If he says
Achha.
no, it's no. Okay. So fine.
Achha.
But he came to Jaipur. He said, I don't want to meet anybody. I don't want any escort, nothing. Just give me a car. I have 2 people with me, and give me a driver and a car. I don't want to meet any politician, no ceremony, nothing for me. I will just go and look myself, and I will go back to Delhi. Finished. And I will give you my decision, and it will be unbiased. I don't want to listen to anyone or anything. Just please keep out of my way. And he made the decision. Fine. And you have to follow it. So now we have metro in every city in India. We are so far ahead that Pakistan got its first metro in 2021 in Lahore.
Yeah. Right.
Dhaka also has the first metro, but we have 20. because these
Yeah,
people were very hardworking.
absolutely, sir.
And
Absolutely.
they set up a system which continues. Even
Yes.
though you don't get, you are talking ISRO, but I'm saying Metro also doesn't hire the same people from top colleges, but they can do it. You have Metro coming up in Pune, Metro coming up in Mumbai. You have Metro coming out of your ears. You name the city, and Kolkata is going to refurbish its Metro. It's going to
Yes, yes.
brand new things. So how come this Metro is running? It's running
Yes.
because we cannot forget the dedicated and hard actions and hard work of the pioneers who
Yes.
set up a system so that even though the top people were no longer there, it could work. So that's all I just wanted to add. When you are saying that we should
Yeah.
get the top people, I'm saying, well, it's enough to get a few top people who can set up something new. And today we need to set up something new, like they set
Yes.
up ISI and ISRO and Delhi School and all these IITs, and somebody set it up. They didn't exist. As you're saying, you want to go to a top IIM. Well, somebody set it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Somebody set it up and it's still working today. We need today not just to get the top students in these places, we need to set up more new things like this.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So that it
Absolutely.
will work for 50, 60, 70 years. I mean, IIM is 1960. So that's 40 plus 20, 60 years. ISI is the same. ISRO is.
Yeah.
So what is missing today is, I feel, that the people are not setting up new things. We, especially as you said, it's not going to smaller towns and villages. We need to set up new systems that can help those people. And to say that the government should do, well, yes, the government should give the money, but the government didn't set up really all of these institutions. ISI, if you think that it was the government, no, it was Mahalanobis, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And so it was Sarabhai, he went with the
Yeah.
proposal, right? So now, everybody's remembering Vikram Sarabhai, but he's the guy. So we need, I think, some people to set up to solve the problems by methods and institutions which will last 60, 70 years.
Yes, sir.
So
Absolutely correct.
I usually don't talk much in these Vidpeds, but you hit on a point which is very passionate for me. So I thought I should talk. Okay, anyway, let me stop. All right.
No, sir, it's okay.
It's your turn to talk. So anything else you want to add?
Yes. So I was talking about the
Yes.
mental health thing
Yeah.
that which some youngsters have been dealing with. It has somehow gone up ever since that COVID lockdown phase. So, so I feel that as people are becoming more and more engaged in their jobs, careers and all, somehow that emotional connectivity between people is missing.
Mhm.
Like we, like a lot of people have this tendency that we will interact and reach out to people only if they can help me in my needs.
Yeah.
So this mentality I can see is going up a lot these days. So I feel that we need schools and colleges to have psychologists and counselors, at least one in each and every school and college, so that this thing is tackled with nicely. Because I feel that lifestyles are becoming more and more unhealthy with every passing day. People are not taking out time to eat good, healthy food, to exercise, and then we are not having much of an emotional connectivity also with other people, as I said. So mental health issues are most likely to go up among the people in the upcoming years.
Okay.
So we need schools, colleges, companies to come together and tackle this thing, so that we can build a better society for the future. This
Okay.
is a point I'd like to emphasize.
Okay. You are the first young person who has made this point. to me. So I'm glad to hear it from you, because obviously you know it from your own experience and your knowledge
Yes,
as to what's happening. And it
yes,
is certainly important. I agree with that. It is certainly
yes,
important. We need to tackle it. And I think it's also global that, there is
yes,
this shift. I don't know how to put it, but there is a shift in the habits and systems and relationships that
yes,
is perhaps not always good. There, and it
yes,
creates tensions and stuff like that. All right.
yes.
You have any examples of this?
Well, yes, like some of my own schoolmates, they are actually having medicines because of this. Like at some point of time, they lost the will to do anything. Like
Ah,
they were not feeling like studying or going to college and all. So I feel that somehow as intelligent people, we are intelligent, but we cannot differentiate between our needs and our wants.
mm-hmm,
We want more money, more status, more fame. I am not saying that is bad,
mm-hmm,
but what are our needs?
mm-hmm,
Our need is good food, good, good emotional bondings with people,
mm-hmm,
good, good work-life balance. These are our needs. These are not our wants. A good family. So somehow in the search of wants, we are forgetting our needs.
mm-hmm.
So we have to go back and ensure that our needs are fulfilled. And only then I feel that we should go for our wants.
Okay.
Because if our needs are not fulfilled, our wants have no value at all. That
Okay.
is what I.
All right. Wonderful. All right. That's a very good thing. Are you ready to end this, or you have something more you want to add at this point?
No, sir. I have said whatever
Okay.
I had to say. I would
Okay.
like
All
to
right.
thank you
All right.
for
So, thank you. Maybe we'll catch up with you later to see where you exactly land once you are about to finish your
yes, sir.
master's degree from ISI.
Obviously.
And in the meantime, let's say bye to the viewers. I'll be back with another young person or an expert. Till
Thank
then,
you so much.
bye.